All right, Oval fans. Now, based on the praise I gave in my almost 40-minute long review of this week's episode, The Skies Have Eyes, a lot of people have been saying the same thing, mainly based off the ending of the episode. This should have been the season 2 finale because of the fact that the bar has been set so high. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't think it's very likely that the next 2 episodes could live up to the same level of quality, excitement, shock value, and the list goes on. I don't know if they'll be able to soar as high as this episode. Now, maybe once I watch them, they might get an 8 or a 9. Maybe not a 10 out of 10, but I'm very nervous about, this season and how it's going to end. I remember earlier this season, before the mid-season break, it was supposed to end at episode 12, but they just went one more episode in episode 13, and I'm like, nah, they shouldn't have done that because episode 12 was pretty solid, but once you get to episode 13, it's a lackluster way to end the mid-season because of the fact that that's where the show was supposed to pick up. It wasn't how the show was supposed to end before it went on break for a little while. And I mean, mind you, Sisters in the Oval don't go on extended breaks like, the shows on OWN did, even though technically speaking, once BET started airing one show at a time, we had to wait, from the end of July in 2020 until February 2021 in order to get, season 2. But either way, with this particular season, I feel like it has that bad habit of not quitting while they're ahead. Like the cliffhanger ending alone and not giving us a trailer for when the show comes back, that would have been like, holy crap, what the hell? We got to see what happens next. So I really think that these next 2 episodes have a lot to live up to. I mean, based on synopsis, I've already done videos on the synopsis and previews for next week's episode. I already got the synopsis for Doomsday. The season finale is season 2. I gotta admit, the synopsis seemed pretty exciting, but I just feel like it should be pretty obvious by now that Priscilla was daydreaming or something along those lines. In terms of real life, and when I say real life, I'm talking about the quote-unquote reality of the Oval itself, not our real lives. Obviously, Priscilla shot no one, because in the preview we see Victoria talking to Jason. In the synopsis, we have mention of both Hunter and Victoria, and then even in the finale, Priscilla confronts or stands up to Victoria. So no one was actually shot. So the season finale coming up, if not the penultimate episode next week as well, bodies are going to drop, but I don't know how it could happen in such a way that it would trump this alleged daydream. Because Priscilla shooting Victoria and then Sam shooting Priscilla, that's huge. Even if it is just a dream, it was a huge moment. So I don't know who could be killed in the finale that would go above even that. And I mean, like, really dead. Now, I'm speculating possibly Lily, maybe Max and Bobby. And that's kind of all I have in terms of potential suspects, unless the Rakadushi are also involved. But I hope that Victoria's dad doesn't die just yet, because I'm interested to know what exactly he needs to tell Hunter and Victoria before he does die. And, will they tell him the truth about Jason? It's just so many things like, hey, he killed your wife. So I'm wondering what the hell's going to happen. Like, if anybody from the show, either one of the actors or somebody who works behind the scenes, like, they're looking at this video like, Jeremy, you don't even know. You look, I know you loved episode 20, but these next 2 episodes, you don't even know how crazy shit's going to get. Because remember, I'm really only able to watch this show like you all, 1 episode at a time. Even, if you don't include previews that we all get at the same time and episode synopsis, which everybody has access to if you look on the internet. I don't have a roadmap to the bigger picture. So this one episode, which I feel we all loved across the board, this could be like a 4 compared to the next 2 episodes, and we just don't know it. But I don't know, because the acting was on point. There were twists and turns around every corner of the episode, even though I kind of predicted most of it, but there were some areas I'm like, oh damn. So I just don't know how much I could take. Like, I'm just nervous, you know, because this show, if it would have ended right there at episode 20 and maybe slid those 2 episodes to beginning of season 3, it would have been like, oh damn, you know. So I feel like I've talked about this in bits and pieces in the upcoming, you know, videos that you'll see, like the trailer for next week and the synopsis for Doomsday. So I just feel like we should all, for the most part, agree that this should have been the last episode, because I know a lot of people are like, no, Jeremy, I want to see what happens next, so I want another episode next week. Okay, but when it's revealed it's a dream, how are you going to feel about that? I mean, but you know what? Hey, I'll tell you what, Tyler Perry wrote one hell of an episode with this, so I will trust that the next 2 episodes will, if they are even half as good as this one, I feel like we're going to be in for a treat. But I just feel like the bar was set so high, it's like, yeah, what else you got, Tyler? We ready for you. We are ready for you. All right, guys. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I feel like the title of this this video says it all. You know, The Skies Have Eyes would have been one hell of a finale, but next week is called Powerful Hands, and then the finale is called Doomsday. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, could Doomsday spell the end of the Rakadushi? I don't know. But as always, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.